Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to Krastorio for episode 101. And we're just thinking out how we want to... Well, we want to test out the fusion reactors from Krastorio and the advanced steam turbines. And I just basically found that I think I want to make the DT fuel cell on-site, but make the empty DT fuel cells outside and just bring them there, as well as the tritium, and bring that in. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, at least that's what we're gonna try to do. So we can tear this down again. I think we will just save that for now though. Not that there's really anything hard in it, but now we're doing it. And we'll just let this finish up. There we go. And I got an answer to an earlier question. These fuel cells are not radioactive, and neither is the tritium. So that's nice. Now, if we wanted to make this on-site as well, that would require both lithium and rare metal on-site. Don't think we have any of those, right? Nope. So I would rather just bring in the tritium than both of those. Where is the filter drain? Because some of these pits are actually empty now. Let's find out, shall we? Manual mode, that's why. I forgot to bring that back to auto mode. This thing is working fine and we are cleaning there, so no reason for it to stay there. These are not cleaning there because the train was stuck there for way too long, I guess. So good thing we found out about that. Well, fine. Let's make a few more of these, just to make sure that we have enough for a while. If I take these 19, I should have 20, which should be enough for one of the reactors. Let's put a faster inserter here. Put in some steel beam, please. Or maybe I can just do some of that. Good. Oh, there's low. It's fine. We just need one of them. We will have to wait 200 seconds though. So I guess we can start making the train station to bring this tritium out of here. Sure. Do we have a good blueprint? This is fine, I guess we can just use the robots to get it in here. And we don't really need this many chests. Wait, what? Oh. I am just bad. So that will be outgoing stuff from the bus. Is that also called bus? I don't know. Tritium depot. Bus. Just for the sake of it. So you will request Tritium. Where? There, yes. 200? That might be a bit... Oh, let's just say 200. Hopefully the robot can balance it a bit. Are these not connected to the stuff over here? Yeah, they are. We're just low, I guess. Yeah, fine. You can have this as well. Should we maybe have one of the trains cars be, or wagons be the empty cells instead? Or maybe just half of it be empty cells? Sure, why not? That is the problem of it not being able to unload because of that one. This one train wagon though. Can you say something like unload if cargo is 90% unloaded or something like that? Full cargo here. Let's just take an arbitrary other depot and say cargo item count is below. Each of those stacks should be 200, right? So 600 in the first 3 wagons and then 800 all in all. Oh, but no. We need... How many empty fuel cells can we have in there? How many is in a stack is the question here. 10? Only 10? Really? Can you copy paste it? Yeah, nice. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100? Oh, and this of course needs to be reserved for that. Wait, no, wait, what? No, that's not what I want. How did I copy that before? Wait, what? How did I do this? Is it just doing this maybe? That's at least easier. So if we get below 100 items in the inventory or in the wagons, then we can just expect it to be the fuel cells or empty fuel cells. But we could also put an ant in here that we will give it some time to unload the fuel cells, maybe. No, maybe not. It has the time of the other unloads anyway. So this shouldn't make a difference. Only if, well, it is unloading everything. We don't want it to run off as long as it can unload. Well, sure, you should have been sitting there for at least 30 seconds then. Is this acceptable? I think it is. Only it's not for this or not that station, so we will do something else. Is this not getting any fuel anywhere? Where are we getting the uranium from? Right here. No fuel here. And almost out of fuel, so we should probably expand this. Oh, we don't have the space for it over here. Dang it. Maybe we should start using the robots then, because it's easier than starting to do everything the hard way. As long as we don't just use robots for everything, because that's it. It's a bit boring maybe. At least if we do it all the time like I do. So let's try with this, shall we? You can request 100 actually. Anything else we should get rid of? Not really. Do we have a finished fusion reactor? We do, and even two. So we can take another 20 of those for a total of 40. Do we maybe have some heat exchangers over here already? We do, 140, so that's probably plenty. I think we should just go and make the other depot then. Hopefully we left some extra space here, and we did, so that's good. Okay. So something like this? Or do we have something better? Nope. Well, this should be fine then. Let's not go in that just yet though. So the Bria card will need... Can't reserve that, so we do need filter inserters. This should only output tritium. And this should only output DT fuel cells, empty. Now we should be fine though. So what are we calling this? Uranium processing? Sure. Uranium processing. Tritium. Oh, uranium processing tritium. Item count below 100. Oh, and time passed 30 seconds. Sure. Go there. Not sure how much we should limit these. So it's just waiting for 30 seconds, that's fine. And then I guess we need to make a new processing area here. To make the actual fuel cell. We need some heavy water first though. Well, we even have the blueprint. So we should just be able to scale that. Maybe we want it to move out a bit though, or move it a bit further out. Because then we could make it scalable in another way. I'm not sure. Let's just do it like this for now. Put one of these down. You should make these quest of Fort. Just waiting for these then. Now when we're starting to spend the fuel cells, we get empty ones back. How are we going to get those in here prioritized over these? Oh, well, these. Should we just actively provide it? I think we could just actively provide it into this. And then we only put it into there when we get it from the reactor, right? And that should keep this filled up. I think this is okay. Should we stop this production then? Maybe we should see if we can get something up and running first. I don't really want to do it up here if we want... Well, no, it doesn't matter. Let's try it up here. If it works, we're not really gonna scale this up, I don't think. If it doesn't, we'll remove it. Holy Christ, that's big. I'm getting second thoughts now. I should probably have checked this beforehand. Dang, that's big. And this only outputs the same amount of power as these two combined. We'll have to just try it out, I guess. Oh, so it takes water in and outputs it. No heat exchangers outside. That's nice. That saves us this area, so 2 of these plus all of this area. How much water does it use? 1000 water every 5 seconds. I think that's fine with just using one of these for that then. Doesn't matter that we're not powered, but let's try it anyway. Might as well request. And provide the empty stuff over here as well. Did we not have a way to actually provide stuff with robots in here if we just scaled it up? I guess not. So let's build this here for now until we can find out if we need more, or use all the space over here. So it says that this can provide enough steam for 20 advanced steam turbines. These can even just be down here, but maybe it's better to just put them in a row. Oh, these only have 2 orientations. That's a bit annoying, honestly. I think you should be able to rotate these 180 degrees. I want the large part to be up against the reactor. That's just how I want it to look, but it doesn't really matter when you couple a couple of these, couple of them together. That's wrong, a weird way to say it. Let's just try this stuff out, I guess. That's an interesting sound. Better than the supercomputers we use for research though. How hot is this? It had 20,000 steam already. What? So it can also hold the steam itself, so it will just shut off when it gets full of steam. But then what is the purpose of it consuming or having a minimum consumption? Because if it don't need to slow down ever, right? It's just on or off. What? Well, at least it makes it a lot easier. So if we just put down 20 of these in a row, will they be able to pass all of that steam through? Three more. Cool, don't even need that. Oh, if we input more than one, oh, we should just put this to aspect 5 of 1 then. Are these... Oh, we are not using all that power, of course, so we're probably not outputting a lot. Do we have a way to just test it? Well, at least this is a lot easier. And it's shorter, so it could even scale out the other way. Does take more more space vertically though. Do we have another 5x5 entity? Yeah. So it's about the size of 3 of these. Oh, the height of 3 of these, I mean. 9 in total. So this takes up the same space as these 3 rows, but it should only produce the power of 2 of them. If those 2 don't have a neighbor bonus. What would happen if we just cut off these reactors for a bit? Is there an easy way to just shut it off? Probably not. Guess we need to stop these requests. Oh, I wasn't aware of this. I probably needed that at some point. Oh god dang it, stop it. We have our energy, so we're not taking damage just yet, but we should probably not be holding on to these for too long. Because that's also an annoying sound. So now this will soon be the only one producing power, right? Of course we need to use all of the steam as well before we stop spending power here. Actually, we could have just cut off the steam from the turbine. That would have also stopped this. Why don't we do that instead? So request some these. Let's keep it at 5, I guess. And then let's remove that, that, that. That. Maybe this is not easier, I'm not sure. We also need to do this on the other side at least. And we need to remember to reconnect all of those at some point. That should stop it in just a bit. When they use all of the steam. But now we don't have to wait for the steam to run out. So we are out of steam now. Just running on this one reactor. And its turbine, I guess. Turbines. So it's actually producing more than 500 megawatts. Oh, it's... yeah, that's the efficiency we were talking about. The fuel cell is only 500. Oh, what was it? 10 gigawatts. Yeah, so it consumes 500 megawatts per second. But it will output 2 gigawatts per second, right? If we need that much. So I think this is the same as basically all of this. At least it's more of, or it can use all of that steam fast because these wasn't able to use all of the steam at once. So these can only output 10 megawatts each, these can output 100. This output 260 megawatts then. This outputs 2 gigawatt. 6 times 200 is what? 1200 megawatts, or 1.2 gigawatts, so this is producing more power than this, or capable of producing more power at least. So I think we like this more, because now we can just mirror this on the other side. We could also make a steam bank if we want to store power, and then have more turbines, but I don't really think we need to. If we just copy paste these actually. I want these power lines to be above here. Just for a test, really. What's that sound? Oh, because they're out of... I can't get rid of the power. That's fine. We will come back with more power at some point. How does this look in the other end? That's fine, whatever. So now I guess we can just take this. And potato. Just remove these. But what was in the way? Now, how about robots coverage here? We should actually have enough space to just put some of these in. Or we could use larger. But they don't fit in between every one of these. I think we will just stick to these for now. And of course we need to connect this down. Good, so now we're running again. Also this should... well, it doesn't prevent us really from having a brownout. No, it should actually. As long as we have available fuel while we have steam in here, then we should be able to put in more fuel. How did we not copy power there? I'm not sure. Oh, we removed the power poles from the blueprint, of course. Can we get power across this somehow? I don't know. Unless we do this. Good. So now they're each producing half of what we need. Oh, yeah, half of what we're using. Okay. So this is now producing twice this, and then we should just be able to copy paste this upwards, right? And over here if we want to. I think that is a good improvement over the standard nuclear stuff, but let's reconnect it and use the power cells we have available and stop the production down here. Fine. Are we producing these fast enough? We don't have any more empty fuel cells. But that's probably fine. We have 100 filled fuel cells. Why are you not going out of here? Hello? Oh, this should be all? No. Are we not below 100? Yeah, we are. If car? Oh, do we need to specify an item? Then we could actually just do these. That's actually a lot easier. Or item count these. I think I like... oh, this is not the right one. Tritium, where you at? There you are. Oh, empty is equals 0. So if you run out of one of them, it will go for more. But we still need to have some time as well. How long does it take to unload one of those wagons? Not too long, I think. Oh, it should be and these two, or these two in parentheses, and then an and. I think this is fine. Yeah, let's leave it at that now. We just need to add a roboport around here. Roboport. There you are. Don't really have the space in between these stations. This won't cover it. Well, whatever. We put it right there. Because then we can take from these if we need to. It's the empty fuel cell, though, that is the problem. What are we needing over here? An active provider. Right there. Good. So we should be good with power for now, and we have an easier scalable thing. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode, so thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.